Good evening, bro. Welcome to Jew's Word. Y'all tap in. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Tonight's episode is going to be about. Y'all ready for this? Y'all make sure y'all ready for this. It's gonna get hot and heavy in here. Real deep. You might feel it in your chest. You might feel it in your chest after this one. You might feel it in your chest after this one. It's called Let Go of What Was and Accept What Is. Let go of what was and accept what is. Thank you for tapping in, Miss Washington. I appreciate you. Appreciate your love. Share with a friend, with a friend, with a friend. Let's get it. Y'all know what time it is. We're going to have some deep conversations tonight. So, the topic tonight is letting go of what was and accepting what is. And this can apply to every facet of your life for real though. When it comes to your kids, when it comes to your parents, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your friends, when it comes to like anybody that's in your close quarters, the close proximity or whatever you got going on in your life. Who's ever in your circle, who's ever gravitating in your bubble, whatever. Like this applies to everything across the board. Let go of what was and accept what is. And it took me a while to get to this point to even much have this conversation because, like I said, this whole podcast is built off of raw conversations, uncomfortable conversations. Talking about conversations people sweep up on the rug, talking about things that people are really scared to talk about because this requires you to look at yourself in the mirror and point out your imperfections and your shortcomings daily. That's what this walk, this journey that I'm on, this is what it requires of me. Everybody's journey is different, but this is what mine is personally. So, letting go of what was. That's basically like everybody's been in toxic situations, whether it's a situationship with a significant other or relationship or marriage or relationship with your mom, relationship with your dad, relationship with your cousins. Like anything that no longer serves you, you have to let it go. If nobody understands your journey, if nobody is here to really be like, oh yeah, clap for you, root you on, and nobody's there to clap for you, root you on, what are you going to do? Are you going to be able to continue to keep pushing forward? Are you going to have the mentality to understand that, hey, what God got me doing, everybody might not understand, everybody might not agree with it, but you know what though, this is my journey. So no matter what my parents say, no matter what my significant others, no matter what my kids say, no matter who says, whether it's a job, whatever it is, it's all about you. It's what you think about yourself. Do you agree with what God said about you? Are you coming to agreement with what God said about you? He named you good. He did your goodness and your darkness, and he said you are good. So are you going to accept that or are you going to go against what God said? That's basically what it comes down to. It's all about your mentality. So I got some bulletin points I jotted down. You know, just thoughts that was in my head just running. You know, my overthinkers know, they understand what I'm talking about. So let's get to it. All right, so bulletin 1, the things that no longer serve you from bad relationships, toxic environments, unhealthy situations. This causes stress and health issues. Things that are causing you stress, things that are causing you health, things that are compromising your peace, all of those things, every little bit of those things, you have to let those go. You have to let go of what that is in your life and understand that it no longer serves you. And it doesn't push you towards making you a better person. It doesn't push you towards your purpose. So it doesn't matter who it is. But just because God gave you your family don't mean that they're going to be able to go with you to the next level. Because everybody can't go with you to the next level. Everybody can't. So that just comes with the territory. Because we look at situations we've been through like toxic relationships. Situation you thought that, oh, this person's going to be here forever. Then all of a sudden you start praying, getting your soul right, getting closer to God. And all of a sudden, boom, God removes the people out your life. Why? Because they're either in the way from you getting your purpose or they're basically having conversations. They no longer really care for you. They're pretending. They're energy vampires. They're there for a reason where they can benefit off of. They're not there genuinely to see you win. So that's just all what it comes down to it though. That's exactly what that's what all it comes to it. And that's even with parents, because you know it's been situations where people have been like they've been more so into it with that parent because of jealousy issues, stuff like that. Like, and that goes with anything. Your significant other can be jealous of you. Your sibling can be jealous of you. Your kids can be jealous of you. Like, it goes all around the board. So we just really have to really take a self-evaluation, look at ourselves in the mirror, and look at our circle. If they're not encouraging you to strive and not encouraging you to be better or strive to be a better version of you, and they support you no matter what your walk is, then they're not for you. Get out of there. Pew. For real. Like, you got to get up out of there. It's no way you can thrive and grow and reach what God has for you if you let people, places, or things hinder you and stand in the way. For real, though. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way that can really happen. A lot of times, this is when you realize where those situations, those bad situations, where they no longer serve you, where you have no energy to fuss and fight about the situation, no matter what it is, and it's like you unlock. You used to be locked in, but you unlock from a situation. You start being more secluded. Your mood changes. You start thinking more about things, and it's like heavy because you so locked in that you be zoned in about 5 and 6 and 7 hours because you like, dang, what am I doing? Why do I want to do this? I'm not even interested in this anymore. Like, that's like when I want to say when I stopped going to the club. Hey, Meech, thank you for tapping in, sweetheart. When I stopped going to the club, it was just the mood changed. I outgrew that environment. When it's no longer appeasing to you, no longer tickles your fancy, it no longer gets you hype, it no longer gets you all like, yeah, I'm excited, yeah, we finna go in here. Man, no. Like, I lost interest. I was in the middle of the club drinking a bit. I was just like, favorite song was playing, and I just wasn't locked in on that song. I was like, bro, what am I doing with my life right now? I finished that bill, put it in the trash can, walked out the club. Like, that was my last day going to the club. Like, there's just certain things, I'm just using that as an example. Like, that's just me when I knew that, okay, it's time for me to do something else. It's time for me to graduate from this. Like, that's what I'm speaking on. Like, things, no matter what it is, what I say, any part of your life that hinders you from getting closer to God or hinder you from being the best version of yourself, that is the thing that you must let go of. What was, because it no longer serves you. It may have served you in the season, but now you have to let it go. Now you have to move on to something else. That's the main thing about it. Like, and we all have been there. Like, things that we entertain that we shouldn't entertain, things we got ourselves involved in that we should have never gotten ourselves involved with. Like, man, what was I thinking? Then you outgrow that space. It's like you build a little clubhouse for your child, right? You build a clubhouse for your little girl. You put her in there. She's just so small, she can fit in there, walk around in there, stand up. But as time passes, she's growing, right? So by the time that she's been fully grown, you don't realize she's gotten too big for it till she can't get in there no more. And now you looking like, dang, that's how it is when we outgrow spaces that no longer serves us. When the space get too small and you get too big for that space, and you feel like you've elevated from that and that stuff is beneath you, that's when you know, okay, let me go ahead and get myself together, change my mindset. What you said, Meech, yes, in order to elevate, you must release what doesn't serve you. Yes, that's true. Yes, you must release what doesn't serve you. Yeah, you must definitely do that. You can't hold on to the past of things that hurt you, things that betrayed you, things that are meant to be that short term, but you hold on to it like it's long term. Those things right there will hinder your growth. Like I said when I made the reel about this, yes, you're right, Mitch, we must evolve. Yes, everybody must evolve. Everybody, I gotta stay the same. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never change. Man, you'll be a fool if you don't change. You know what I'm saying? Like, foolish people don't change. Foolish people don't stay the same. Two things are inevitable in life. There's death and there's taxes and that's change. Change is gonna happen. Either you're gonna roll with the punches or you're gonna get left behind. What you gonna do, big dog? You gonna barbecue a meal, dude? Because if you don't get out the way, guess what? They're gonna chop you down. Big brr. Just know. Just know. Just know. Like I say, either you with me or you against me or you in the way. And that's for everybody should have that mindset in their life when it comes to evaluating who in that circle and who's around. Either you with me or you against me or you just in the way. So if your circle is not influencing you to do better or inspiring you to go above and beyond of what y'all grew up, the crumbs that y'all grew up to, then you don't need to be in that circle. Because we all need to be at a circle who is talking about money and growth and spiritual, you know what I'm saying, spiritual healing and being a better version of yourself, not talking about people, not gossiping. I mean, because that get lame after a while. If you got so much time to talk about what somebody got going on, bro, that means your food is getting cold. You're not working on yourself. You can put all that energy into responding to foolishness, entertaining foolishness, all the negativity. You can turn all that energy you finna pour into that and pour it to yourself to you know what I'm saying, be a better version of yourself. And that's with any toxic situation. That's what it has to come down to. Because what the old people say, you got to go back until you can't go back no more. That's what the old people say. I'm just saying what they told us. Old heads. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama told me, when I went through the hardest part of my life, going through this divorce when I was married for 6 years, a real dark part of my time, you know what I'm saying? It was thank God for growth and helping me get out of that situation, because you know what I'm saying, without him, you know what I'm saying, I decreed and declared that I didn't need to talk to a therapist. I spoke that of my own life. Lord, you are my therapist on everything. Like, can't nobody tell me about me but you, Lord. But you know what I'm saying, y'all ain't ready for that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't ready for that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Bit major, got doggone. Anyway. But yes. You got to get to a point to where you sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what my mama told me. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you'll leave. And when I gave her that phone call that day, I was like, Mom, I can't do it no more, big dog. Man, listen, my mama was on the way. My mama was on the way. She was like, bet, say less, big dog, I got you. But another thing is this. Growth in those areas, these are the things that you got to look at. Your loss of interest in it. You get bored with it. You prefer to be in the solitude of by yourself of your home, just enjoying the small things like looking at TV, sitting on the couch drinking wine, or looking at the game. You know what I'm saying? Eating some wings, and you ain't got to go out nowhere. You just comfortable in your humble abode. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Your mood changed towards that whole situation. So yes, that lets you know that, okay, I'm bored of this situation. This thing, I need something new. I need something else that's really your spirit crying out to be filled with more things. Like your spirit is crying out to be fed, and you know, that fleshly feeling is not feeling anything about your flesh. Great minds discuss ideas, small minds discuss people. Yes, that is so true. Yes, that is so true. Great minds discuss ideas, small minds discuss people. Yes, because if we at the table, bro, I ain't trying to talk about what's the name got going on, or what's going on in the Birmingham Tea, or what's on the Tea app. And I don't care about none of that, bro. I'm trying to elevate, trying to get this money, trying to live life, enjoy the life that we do have left, because we don't know when our last day is, but we best believe we need to take the initiative and the steps to appreciate the small things in life, appreciate every moment, because no moment is just completely just solid as it is going to be happy. No, it's going to flow through, in and out. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure y'all appreciate the small things you have, whether it's with your kids, when you're not at work. You know what I'm saying? Even if you go get your car washed, it make you feel good when you get your car washed. You know what I'm saying? When you go ahead and get that fresh edge, you know what I'm saying, make you feel good. Y'all get that first set of manicure, you know what I'm saying? Everything feel good, you know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go get that thing waxed, you know, that make that feel good. These are small things, see what I'm saying? All of these small things that we pour into ourselves, the little cosmetic things make us feel good. So enjoy that moment. That little moment right there, we be like, oh yeah. What y'all be saying? Yeah, girl, I feel good now. I got that thing waxed up. You know how y'all be talking. So, you know, just saying like that, yeah. Fellas, when you get that fresh edge up and your old lady don't want you to let you leave the house, where you going? I'm going to the store with you. Hey, enjoy that moment, big dog. You are him. Never forget that. But back to the subject, because we just got all off subject, but we back to it though. Another bullet point I wrote down, y'all. Like I said, it's all about letting go of what was and accepting what is. A lot of things in life are considered distractions. If it compromises your peace and detours you from self-improvement and a more intimate relationship with God, get rid of that. Get rid of that. You right. It is your soul crying for fulfillment. It is. It is. And yes, you're right. I'm for real though. Like y'all for real though. Like you have to really cherish those moments. From like getting a wax to getting a haircut, man. You feel like I be feeling like the man when I walk through. I ain't but you, hey, man, you be two-stepping coming out the barber shop or coming out to salon getting them fresh braids or getting that mustache waxed. Get that fresh hot wax on that mustache. Yeah. But yeah, for real, like when you on this path, when you trying to better yourself, you trying to let go of what was, things that are holding you back, you trying to get a new perspective and a new mindset, a lot of things gonna come at you when you on this path and this journey. You're gonna have distraction, you're gonna have temptation. Let me tell y'all a secret. They ain't going nowhere. You're gonna have distractions, temptation for the rest of your life. Just wanted to let y'all know that. In case y'all didn't think about that, yeah, distractions ain't going nowhere, big dog. It ain't going nowhere. Because God said a weapon shall form, but it won't prosper, right? So the God never said it wouldn't form though. You're gonna have form, but it ain't gonna prosper. But you just gotta make sure you tapped in with God. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you tapped in. Because once you locked in, you connect to the Wi-Fi, baby. That reception don't hit the same. You go from HughesNet to dang on Spectrum. Alright. We use an AOL dial up, ain't got no reception. Crazy. But yeah, if it deters you from improving yourself, if it deters you from a high level of peace and it compromises your peace or it compromises your situation with your kids or your relationship with your significant other, even if it's your relationship with your significant other, it's the problem. Like, whatever it is, like, you're going to understand what you need to separate yourself from and you have to move on from, because if it's hindering your growth and your peace, your spider senses should be going off. Your spider sense should be going off, because if your soul is begging for fulfillment and is crying out for fulfillment for you to pour something into it, and you can't do that because somebody's trying to take your attention off of what your goal is, and they might not even know they're doing it. Well, they really ordained to distract you for real though. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Everything happened to your life. It happens for a reason, y'all. Ain't nothing by chance, ain't no luck. God ordained that stuff to happen to you so it'll wake you up so you remember who you are and who he made you to be. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation though. Come holler at your boy. 100 shots, but I ain't missing. Let's get it. But yeah, like if it hinders you from getting closer to God and getting a more intimate relationship with God, and if it's refining you to put you in a better position, like everything you have in life is already within you. You just have to wake up and realize we've been so blindsided by society and everything going on, the social constructs, the religious constructs, and all of that stuff like that. Man, this is the year of awakening. Y'all better wake up. I think somebody told me this is the season of Aquarius. So this is the wake up. Y'all see all of this stuff going on where everything is being uncovered. And it's like, dang, they lying about this. Dang, they lying about that. Dude, they lying about this. They lying about that. Everything is a lie. God said he the truth, the way, the light. Can't nobody come to the Father but by him. The man said he the truth, y'all. That runs deeper than just the phrase in the Bible. No, like he's the only truth in the world. Man, y'all ain't ready to have this conversation, man. Y'all ain't ready to have this conversation. But yes, man, the truth is the truth. No matter where you are in life, no matter what facet or walk of life you in, like it's the truth all the way across the board. That's how it is. So if anything is compromising your peace, man, it's too expensive. It's costing you too much. I had to realize that. Anytime that you love above and beyond your max capacity to appease somebody and people please and you just continue to keep pushing and thinking that, hey, they gonna love me, they gonna love me, they gonna love me, I'm gonna love them so much that they gonna love me. Stupid ass. Man, listen, I was stupid for doing that too. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all hear it. That's how it sound when you learn a lesson. When you thought it what it was, but it ain't what it really is. Stupid ass. We gotta do better. We definitely gotta do better. We got to. Because there's no way that we really this blind. But love is blind though. And it'll take over your mind. Yeah, that was Eve. Rough Rider. Correct. You was born already worthy enough. Remember who you are. Yes. Distractions are real. And everything that's going on in this world are distractions to distract you from who you really are. You're supposed to be woke. They want you to be docile. They want you to be a sheep. I ain't no sheep. And I ain't using no 10% of my brain. I'm using 100%. Yeah. Big brain. Intelligence. Come here. I'm using more than 10% of my brain. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like I said, it's power on the tongue. Don't let these folk tell you who you are. How you gonna tell me who I am? God done told me who I am. He already know. He made you. You're good and you're good and you're bad. You're light and you're dark. He said you are good. You are good. So accept who God said who you is and stand up. Yeah, I said it, country, hood, who you is. Yes. Stand up and be who you is, who God says you is. Yeah, we gonna stand up. 10 toes down. Because ain't nobody trying to go night to night. He's trying to wake up. We've been asleep too long. Culture love is blind. Biblical love is covenant, and it's a big difference. Yes. And that's the thing about it is, we so locked in on the things that we romanticized in the past about the love that we thought what was real. That's the fake love. The real love is what you have to do that's uncomfortable, that gets you out of your, it's like you looking in the mirror. Unconditional agape love makes you look at yourself and your imperfections and it asks you to improve. And it says, this is your mission. Are you going to accept it? Yes or no? Like Mission Impossible. Do you accept the mission? If you do, hang up the phone and it's going to self-destruct in 5 seconds. So what you going to do? You going to barbecue a meal do? And a lot of us, we really get in our own way because we be standing at the fork in the road and we be like, well, I'm going to wait and see what God got to say. He going to tell me to move. He been told you to move. Get up. Get up and pick up your mat and walk. Pick it up and walk. Listen. A lot of times, that's what we need, a slap in the back of the head. Like, come on, man. Why we doing this? Then when you wake up, you be like, dang. Why did I even put myself through that? Why did I even subject myself to this foolishness, this buffoonery, this tomfoolery? You know what I'm saying? Just be bamboozled and hoodwinked and led astray because of this fake love. Man, listen, we got to stop letting folk gaslight us, man. That's why you got to get closer to God to tap into your discernment. Pray for wisdom, pray for discernment. It ain't no cap. When you pray for wisdom, it's going to cover a multitude of things in wisdom. You ask for patience, he's going to give you a multitude. You will have patience of Job because he's going to put you in situations that's going to make you really be patient, to develop patience, to understand why you need patience. Yeah, God been told you to run because I promise you, everybody has been to a point where God had told them to get out of the situation. They still stood there just because of the convenience and it felt good. I know I have. I guess I'm not a real one online, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I know I have, but, I ain't scared. I ain't too proud to be on God. But it said, my next bullet I wrote down, it said, let go of things in the past so that you can get on the path of what God has for you. Doubling back is telling God, nothing you're going to give me is better than the toxic situation that I'm already in and I'm trying to bring back into my life. I'm going to say that again for everybody in the back there. When you double back on any situation, whether God did deliver you from a job, where God then showed you that the people in your life ain't no good for you, whether it's family, whether it's a sibling, whether it's a significant other, whether it's whoever, your circle, whoever. If God didn't already showed you they are not for you, why are you trying to put yourself back in that space that God has grown out? You know what I'm saying? You outgrown. Concrete has produced a lot of flowers. I'm going to say that again. Concrete has produced a lot of flowers. Yes, concrete has produced flowers. Flowers can't grow out of concrete. You done been through everything and you still pushing and you still pushing and you still getting it. You still getting it. And no matter what go your way, you still locked in and you still pushing through. You going through the concrete. Things that you know you shouldn't even got through, but you knew God was there. And if you don't know, I hope you know that's how you got through that. I hope you know. I hope you know for real. What it said, discernment is key. Trust God, believe God the first time. Yes. Discernment is key. When they say listen to your first voice, your first mind, that's God talking to you. How you think God talk to you? God sound like you. When God talk to me, he sound like me. You have things you be like, dang. You ever been in Walmart and hear somebody say, Julius, looking around like, y'all call me? Nah, I ain't call you. Who y'all think that is? Who y'all think that is? That ain't figment of your imagination. I'm going to tell you that much. It's God trying to get your attention. Like I say, get quiet, get to yourself in solitude. That's how I grow. I don't know about anybody else. That's how I grow. I grow, I thrive, I get closer to God. All of that stuff, I do that in my solitude. My solitude is my everything. I turned it from being weaponized into a plush, luxurious apartment filled with chinchilla. We made it. We the Jeffersons. Yeah. But that's that growth, though. Because once you grow and you loving yourself and you working on yourself, you constantly looking at yourself, you turn that overthinking palace that's like a prison in your mind, you turn into a plush and luxurious apartment. And you go there and you think you get closer to God. You have conversations with God all day, every day. And you organize, you get your life together just thinking about it. I'm an overthinker, but I can only speak for me. People might have different ways, different outlets how they do stuff, but that's for me, though. That's what I do. But, yeah. So if y'all missed it, the conversation tonight is all about let go of what was and accept what is. Let go of the toxic situations. You cannot progress and strive in life and get to another level if you're still holding on and romanticizing the past. You have to romanticize the present. You have to be like, hey, I accept where I am. Understand what it took for you to get from back there to where you are now. Understand the lesson you learned from back there and apply that to now to where you won't be fooled by the deception of the people in front of you when they gaslight you in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. I'm over here cooking, y'all. Let's go, man. Y'all too quiet in this chat, man. Y'all too quiet in this chat, man. Like, what's going on, man? Let's get it. It's oh, yeah, it is Labor Day. Everybody getting turned up. Oh, yeah, they probably drinking. Y'all pull up for me, too. Y'all throw some ribs in the pot for me. You know what I'm saying? Throw it in the to-go bag for me. I'm going to come by and scoop it up. Whoever got a plate for me. You know what I'm saying? Letting go is not losing. It is aligning. Yes. When you let go of situations, man, and you really understand that this no longer serves you, once you recognize that and you speak legislation into your life, like, you know what, this ain't no good for me no more. God, I see what you were saying. Forgive me, Lord. Boom. You didn't set legislation for this, so now your mindset to change. You didn't detach from this. Now you going this way. You're shifting. Your mindset is changing. So when your mindset change, that's when you position and you aligning yourself with what God has to do. Mind, heart, soul line up in one. Boom. Now God gonna say go left and you gonna go left. You gotta keep going. Keep pushing. A lot of times doing the right thing never feels well. Sometimes the truth don't ever feel well. I think we just been brainwashed to think that the truth has always meant to make us feel fuzzy. No. The truth is gonna make you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, dang, I need to get my life together. Like, what I got going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, they really make you really look at yourself in the mirror and be like, and if I say this is the type of man I am, then I can't be indulging in this. Like, it don't line up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just adjustments that you have to make within yourself. Different parts of the journey is going to require you to go through different things in order for you to acquire different wisdom and knowledge. And so when you acquire those different wisdom and knowledge, God now can trust you with the weapons to use with the wisdom and knowledge to line up where you can get through something else in life because you done went through the side mission. Like I tell y'all, life is like GTA. It's a side mission. You got to do them side missions because you might need to go over here and go through this situation right here to understand something that you might not see if you wouldn't have went through it in a new situation in your life. So you have that mindset, the mentality to be like, okay, I remember I saw that. See, that was something I would have missed. I'm glad I went through that because I learned that. When you can look back on your past and be like, man, I'm glad I went through that because, shoot, man, if I wouldn't have went through that, boy, I'd be lost out here for real. Like, man, I understand the perspective now. It was something that I wasn't getting. I wasn't aligning myself correctly. It's like when you lining the stencil up, you got to line them up perfectly. And if it's lined up perfectly, it's going to be like that. But you got to line it up perfectly so you can see what's going on. You can't see that like that, but you got to line it up. You see what I'm saying? Like, I hope this ain't going over y'all head. I hope this ain't going over y'all head. Let's get it, man. But yo, so like I said, let go of those things in the past so that you can get on the path of what God has for you. Doubling back is you telling God that nothing you're going to give me is better than the toxic situation I already in. Like, And we've done that so many times. We've done that before. Everybody has doubled back or went back to a situation that they shouldn't have went back to, or entertained it, or leaving the door cracked just enough in case they might want to be like, I want to come home. Ain't no coming home. Stay out. Big bird. Put you in the bag, baby. Put you in the bag. Epic fail. If you do that, your life gonna be an epic fail. I'm just being real. There ain't no cap. Like, a lot of people, they so busy locked in on your energy that you bring and how you make them feel. So when they finally mess up, then they decide they want to come back. They realize that the grass is greener where it is. You just got to give it a chance to grow. But they thinking that artificial turf over there, they tore a whole ACL running on that grass. Think they playing duck goose and tore ACL. Now you on the real grass. You can't, you can't come back to the real grass. No, stay over there with that turf. Go on, stay on over there. When you a real one, they always double back. They always double back, man. I bet my bottom dollar. They always double back. And they always get disappointed. Right. So, yes. Don't double back. Move on. Brand new everything. If it was meant to happen, it'll happen. What Future said, if these folks wanted to be here, they'd be right here on everything. That's what he say. Can't say I want to say on the line, but yeah. If they wanted to be here, they'll be right here. That's what he said. He said it. But another bulletin I wrote down, what it said, what me said, oh yeah, what God has for you will transform you. Letting go has purpose. Yes, that's true. Yes. When you let go of situations and you are stepping out on faith, it's basically you stepping out on faith and you trusting God with that situation. You're like, Lord, I can't carry this and keep going. So boom, you throw it to the side, keep on going. Don't try to run back and pick it up. Because that's like you not trusting God. When you pray about something, pray about it one time and keep moving. They would have said faith without works is dead. Yeah, you can have faith about it. You can speak on it. You can pray on it. You can manifest all you want to. But if you're not putting in the work to try to understand certain things and come to conclusions of things that you have questions about yourself in life through the situations you went through as a child all the way to an adult, if you're not trying to solve those puzzles and it helps you be a better man, be a better father, be a better sibling, or be a better parent, be a better mother, be a better girlfriend, husband, boyfriend, wife, whatever you're trying to be to that person, even with your job. If you're not doing that, then you're not, you're behind the 8 ball. Yeah, yes. If they wanted to be there, they will be right. If the mothers wanted to be here, who I've been through in my life, who say I never leave, I ain't nobody gonna make me switch up on you and all that other stuff like that. If these motherfuckers want to be here, they be right here. And that's not being an asshole. That's not being petty. I'm just being real. That's just the realization of life. That's just being real. Some stuff you can't sugarcoat. You can't sugarcoat shit and put chocolate and nuts on it and say it's a sneaker. Ain't no way. That's not gonna work. I'm sorry. That's not gonna get it from me. I mean, it's a lot of toxicity going on out here, a lot of narcissistic behavior going on out here, but that's why it's best for you to discern. Pray for discernment. God said, guard your heart. God said, guard your heart. You gotta vex. You gotta pray for discernment. You gotta see what these folk got going on, man. Like, yeah, you can't just go all the time. Be like, hold up, wait, hit the brakes in this mud. Skirt. Hold on, my brakes I got bad brakes. I can't go. But it says, my last bulletin I have wrote down, it says, in order to accept where you are is to understand why you went through what you went through and what you learned. Also, what are you going to do with the knowledge and wisdom you acquired? Nevertheless, are you going to use it for ascension or descension? Whew. Man, listen, I'm going to break that down in 3 parts for y'all because I just put that in one bulletin point. In order to accept where you are is to understand why you went through what you went through and what you learned. So where you are now, whether you're in the situation, you're out, you're in peace, you can look back on your life and see this is what it's all about accountability too. Like I already had reels and lives about accountability. Y'all, want to know about that, y'all just go ahead and tap back into my YouTube, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff on there. You know, Julius Parker, Handle That Jews Word. Oh, yeah, holla at your boy. But anyway, yes, like, you have to vex people. Yes, you have to vex the people. You have to understand what part did you play in this situation, because you still have to take accountability for your actions. Like in my marriage, my actions is that I didn't address everything. Some things I didn't turn over. Stones I didn't unturn that I should have turned over, but I didn't. Because I assumed, making an ass out of myself, I assumed that because she was older than me, she'd been married before, that she had experience and knowledge and wisdom in that area. So she could recognize, hey, this is not what I've been through right here. He treats me way better than my ex-husband did. So, hey, I'm going to love this man to death. I'm going to give him some God 3,000. Lie. That young didn't even much happen. Hey, listen. My stupid ass, next time I asked every question. I don't care if you even want to talk about it. We talking about it on everything. I'm talking about everything. Why your nose twitch like that? Oh, you got to sneeze? Oh, okay. I just got to make sure. I stunk or something. My breath down. I'm ugly today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to ask all these questions, man. Listen. Tell me. Y'all heard what Drew Hill said? Tell me what you want. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Could have been the R&B singer, but it didn't quite go that way. God said, I got something better for you. Yeah, y'all check the vocals out one day. I have to sing something for y'all right quick. But what it say? It said also, what are you going to do with the knowledge and wisdom you've acquired? So let's say, okay, you understand what part you played in that situation, what steps you need to do in order to free yourself from that situation, understand what not to go through again. So what you said, right? What did I come to agreement with? Yes, you have to find out what you came into agreement with. Even if they tricked you, they might paint a picture like this is what they really were, but they really weren't like that, because that's what I went through a couple of times. But I learned my lesson that God wanted me to learn. My lesson in my life when it came to my ex-wife and being married is what I learned is, Jew, you must love yourself. Love yourself first and foremost before you love anybody, any woman, anybody. 2, always have uncomfortable conversations. Don't be scared to stand up and have uncomfortable conversations. Those were things that I had to acknowledge within my life because of how my dad wasn't there like I wanted him there, but he was there. You see what I'm saying? So my dad was present, but he didn't have that, hey, when you do this, that, and the third, this is what you do. We didn't have that conversation. But, you know what I'm saying? My dad was a great presence in my life, but in the times where I felt like I wanted him there, he wasn't to give me that word. But I learned. So it's okay, though. So when I realized as a child why I was like that, you understand why I needed to change it, and this showed why I needed to change it, okay, boom, I made that adjustment, boom. So I understand why I did what I did and what allowed me to be in that state to allow that to happen to myself. You see what I'm saying? Accountability. You know what I'm saying? I'm transparent and real enough to be able to say, hey, this is what my flaws is. This is what I fixed to fix my flaw. But it might not work for you like that. But we're going to keep on moving, though. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. So then you want to know, okay, what do I acquire from this knowledge? How do I use this knowledge to apply it to my life? What am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with the knowledge and wisdom I gained from understanding? Okay, boom. Now I have to put myself in better situations. That's robbing me my peace. That's uncertain. There's uncertain places. So now I have to, boom, okay, remove this. Okay, so if I'm in this type of caliber of mindset now, this mindset doesn't intrigue me anymore. So now what I'm going to do is now I have to continue to build on myself in this mindset and rid myself of this mindset. So you go from low vibrational to mid vibrational, right? Okay, so now you mid vibrational. Okay, boom. Okay, you see people on the same tip you on. Okay, you see that, you see that, you see that. Okay, bing, bang, boom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You move, you cook it with grease. Self-love is primarily the most important factor. Yes, you have to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Shoot, if you don't love yourself, you can't even love God. How you gonna love God but you can't love yourself? Ain't he created you? Ain't you one with him? Okay. So you love Jesus and you accept him, but you can't even accept yourself. Okay. We back to the drawing board again. So if you can't love yourself, you can't love God. Because we are one with him, right? He breathed his life into us. So how can we love ourselves? If we say we love God, we don't love ourselves. God don't want you to see right here dogging yourself out. When you dog yourself out, that's going against everything God said about you. He named all of us good. He said we should live a more abundant life and we should do greater things. So when you talk down on yourself, you basically talking down to God. You telling God you a lie. You don't know what you talking about. But y'all don't want to have that conversation. Yeah, y'all don't want to have that conversation. Y'all don't. But yeah, what are you going to do with the wisdom and knowledge that you acquire after you get to the point that you understand what's what and why what is what? You see what I'm saying? So now you're letting go of what was and you're accepting what is. So when you accept what is and when you are and you make and cherish every moment, no complaints. There's always somebody else who got it worse than you. Always remember that. Always remember that. Yes. I always tell my boys that. I tell my homeboys, I tell everybody that. I always remember that somebody else will kill to be where you are. Cherish the smaller blessings. Brush your teeth, wash your face, going to work, coming home, being able to drive, being able to have a car, being able to give yourself a shower, being able to brush your own teeth, being able to go take a dump, being in the pee. A lot of people can't go use the bathroom. You see what I'm saying? So it's just those small blessings we need to appreciate it. So if you don't appreciate the small things, God ain't going to uplift you and elevate you to the next thing because you can't even appreciate it and gain the wisdom and knowledge and the lessons he's trying to teach you here. That's what we got it messed up at. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson. Like, it's lessons with all of this. This ain't just you just going through life just doing whatever. I mean, you can do that, but you know you'll be lost. Like my grandma said, be a lost ball in this world. What up, Miss Looney? Thank you for tapping in, Ash. But yeah, nice conversations all about letting go of what was and accepting what is. So yeah, once you get to understand why you allowed yourself to go through that, what caused you to allow yourself to go through that. Once you get that information, the knowledge and wisdom of why you allowed yourself to go through those toxic situations, and you come out in agreement with it, now you have to understand, okay, now that I have the knowledge and understand the weak points of myself, what am I going to do to improve these weak points so now I can make this, my worst features, my most attractive features. So now I'm pulling into this, I'm pouring into myself, I'm loving myself, I'm loving myself, I'm loving myself. Love, unconditional love of self and everything else in the world covers a multitude of things. So if you love yourself, your flaws are just going to be, okay, and I'm working on that. But it's not up to you to explain yourself to anybody. That's why I say I can't judge you, you can't judge me. Thou without sin can't cast the first stone. If I'm addicted to crack and my homeboy addicted to porn, who wrong? Who more wrong than the other? Both of us addicted to crack for real, for real. Anyway, but I'm just saying though, like, what sin is greater than the other? All sin is the same, right? So if all sin is the same, how can I judge you? You addicted to drugs, I'm addicted to the prostitutes. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. I can't judge nobody. If somebody addicted to eating Tide Pods and this man addicted to eating grass, I mean, if is it gonna help them get closer to God? I don't know, but they're gonna have a hell of a doctor's bill when they got to go get their stomach pumped. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, like, for real. What she said, the enemy whispers nostalgia to keep you stuck in the loop. Remember how it was and to continue to look back. Remember how it was and to continue to looking back. Yeah, but God whispers destiny. Behold, I do a new thing. Yes, that's true. Meech, that's true. Or everything, that's true. When you're trying to elevate, you're going to have moments where the temptation is high. You're going to be like, man, I need it. I got to have it. I must pounce. Man, listen, you be going through it. But you got to hold strong, big dog. Hold on. Just hold on, big dog. But listen, it's, man, what Ghana's song said, many nights. There's a lot of rough nights. Many nights. Like, you be like, man, listen. But that's when you change your mindset. When you go back from that old mindset, you trying to get to the new mindset. Those things that you indulged in, the things that you caught your attention, the things that you, with your addictions, you have to be like, okay, boom, I need to cut this off. I got to keep going this way. And when you have the power to do that, that's when you know that you're on to something for real, though. You really do. what's happening. I'm just explaining the fact. You know how Pookie was on New Jack City when he was going cold turkey and he was in that mode. He finally got that first hit again. He was in the camera. Ooh, yeah. Then they killed him. Caught Pookie slipping. That man was working in the house and taking it at the same time. God dang. They did Pookie the bad way. It was too late for him. It was over with. Nino was like, come here. Nino said, come here. Right. You're right. It's not worth it. No, it's not worth it. That temptation comes. Oh, yeah. I'm man enough to admit temptation always comes. But it's up to me to be man enough to be like, hey, I need to stay focused on what I need to focus on. I have to let go of what it was and accept what is, what God has me in. God has me in a secluded stage where you're focused and locked in. This is where he has me, and this is what I'm focused on. Grinding, working for myself, doing this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Spending time with my kids, enjoying life, man. Like, I had my boys this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I love my boys, man. They're my heartbeat. They're the reason I keep going the way I keep going. And just being able to see their face and see their smile every time they see Daddy, like, it's like, if don't nobody love me, I know y'all do. So, shoot, it's like, man, I be feeling like the man when I walk through. Hey, I be in more two-stepping. Boy be two-stepping right behind me, you know what I'm saying? But that's how we get down, though. We a whole vibe, though. But yeah, man, once you get to that level of peace where it's just, you just unbothered and you are, nothing bothers you. Like, you just got a high level of peace that you understand if it's not added to my aura and my power to push me towards greater things, or it's holding me back, then I need to let that go. Like, everything is like, it's logistics. Some things ain't even much in the way. It's so trivial. It's not adding to the good. It's not adding to the bad. It's just in the way. So just, that's logistics. My homegirl B say that, man. That shit is logistics. That's logistics. Anything that's no longer serving you, and it's not even much hindering you, but it's not adding anything. It's just trivial. Just nothing. Man, just move that the way. You know what I'm saying? Right. The gang. Oh yeah. Gang for life. Parker boys. The last of the Mohicans. You know what I'm saying? They had to be proud. You know what I'm saying? These boys getting big down here, big dog. But like I said, what you gonna do with the knowledge and wisdom that you acquired? You have to use that. And the thing about it is, not only once you do that, but how are you going to use that? Are you going to use it to ascend, or are you going to use it to descend? So you can take all that anger and that fierce and anger and everything that you have built up from a situation, and you to gain the knowledge and understand that they played you, why they played you, how you let them play you, and everything's pointing to all the things that you allowed to happen because you were fooled. Nobody likes to be fooled. Nobody likes to be bamboozled or hoodwinked. Don't nobody like to be led astray. But it happens. Like they said, everybody plays the fool sometime. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's that little rhythm. Y'all heard it. But yeah, you got to understand why you allowed them to play with you. Once you get that information, okay, boom, are you going to be bitter and try to get your get back? Because God say vengeance is mine. You know what I'm saying? God say vengeance is mine. I ain't got to get no get back. What I do is I take all of that anger. It's best to just take all of that anger and use that as fuel to prove and better yourself. Yeah, you be in the gym. Not to prove nothing to them, but just to show. For your well-being to show. Oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all gonna miss this. Y'all gonna hate this. Let me get these reps in. Yeah. Yeah. Motivation. City boys up 10. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was on. Man, listen, I went to my voice, man. What? City boys up 10. Let's go. Yeah. Big Jew. Not the little one. But yeah, for real, sometimes they hit a lot of fire in the ass, and you be like, man, listen, I don't know what the hell, who is this guy? You be looking in the mirror, who mans is this? Who mans is this? Like, shoot, even my sister and my homeboy, Sway, hey, I need you to shake back. I need you to shake back. I need you to shake back. And so it's like I had to shake back. You know what I'm saying? I had to shake back. I just thank God I was able to shake back, because it wasn't for him and my core circle, you know, so I wouldn't have been able to do it. But yeah, but are you going to use that? Are you going to allow that to, you're going to descend? I mean, when you try to get back, you descending. You seeking out for vengeance. So you're descending. You're not ascending. If you try to get back, you going down to their level. You supposed to keep going up. So with that being said, you know, you have to really understand and see what you value more. That get back, excuse me, because it's not going to help you get any further. It's not going to help you get anywhere. It's not going to make you feel no better, because you're still going to feel the same after you finish completing that task that you feel like it's going to be your get back. I just say take all of that anger and that frustration and use it to fuel to better yourself, man. Keep going. People going to talk about you the day they die. People going to dog you out. People going to have so much dirt to throw on your name. But sometimes, guys, every action deserves a reaction. There's somebody to say something, so what? So what? In their eyes, it may be true. That's their truth. But what's your truth? Live your truth. Be happy with your truth. Forget what these folks say. Don't let nobody tell you what you are and what you're not. Even if you did some low down stuff and it's true. If you did something and it's true, because everybody does some low down in life that wish they could take back. Just being real. Because I know everybody ain't never did nothing messed up before. Ain't nobody in here perfect. Man, at least I did some messed up stuff before. I wish I would have never did. But you know what though? You live and you learn. I'm living my truth. Everybody's truth is different. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's perspective is different, depending on how they were raised, what the region they come from, however they were raised. What you may value, somebody may not value. What you care about, somebody else might not care about. Everybody's different. We have some similarities, but everybody's different. But don't be mad because somebody don't understand your vision. So what? It's your vision. That's why God gave it to you. He didn't give it to nobody else. Even though they may like, man, you sound crazy. Man, so what? We gonna get it. I'm trying to get this money, be a millionaire. Is that what you want to do? Hey, you gonna be a millionaire? Okay, speak it. Write legislation. Command it. Decree it. Declare it. Speak it into existence. All right, now take the steps after you speak it. Don't keep asking God about it. You just answer to him one time about it. You keep going. Don't say nothing else about it. Keep going. Would it say, God is good? Yes, God is good. Yeah. God is good. He really is. That's why it's very important to seek, like I said, seek ye the kingdom of God. I know everybody get tired of me saying that. You better seek ye the kingdom of God. I'm going to tell them to put that on my casket. Seek ye the kingdom of God. Jew lived a long, prosperous life. But one thing he always said, seek ye the kingdom of God. Y'all don't pay me no attention. I'm over here weak. But yeah, you really have to understand though, like that's really the process. That's really the process. You have to accept where you are is to understand why you went through what you went through. What did you learn? What did you learn from what you went when you went through that situation? What did you learn? You got to understand when you allow yourself to go through low vibrational situations in life, you got to understand what happened to make you feel like this is okay to go through. And it could be something small you experienced through childhood and you realize that, okay, listen, this situation is not working for me. Like, what's going on? Like, you got to wake up. Eventually, you got to wake up. So you got to realize that, okay, this is what happened in my childhood that made me think that this is okay. But really, okay, boom, now you in this relationship when you're older. Now your mindset is stuck on from the construct you learned as a child. Now that's affecting how you handle a situation where you might need to be more, give more empathy. You might need to be more hardcore with it. But it's the opposite because you missed that lesson. It's something that you missed as a child due to situations or how you were raised or anything. It is not just relationships. It's with anything in life when it comes to family, friends, whatever. Like, our ego has to die, y'all. That's the main key of letting go of what was and accepting what is. Your ego got to die. To walk with God, you can't have no ego. Man, you got to let that die. Because your ego is the first thing going to send you straight to hell. Going to bust head wide open on your ego. Right. Yes. Yeah, we definitely gotta let our ego die. That's the only one you can accept. And you get sick and tired of being in that toxic environment. Yeah. You gotta let your ego die. Because your ego want that toxic situation. Because that's what it look good. That's what it's been painted in your brain that that's how it's supposed to look. Oh yeah, I got a bad bitch on my arm. She bad as hell, but ain't got no substance. You think that's cool. Then you realize no matter what you do, ain't no respect across the board. And disrespect has no expiration date. So what you gonna do? You gonna barbecue mildew? You gonna let her disrespect you? Or you gonna get up, man up, and move on and let somebody else deal with their headache? I'm just saying, just being real, man. I'm just speaking out of my experiences in life. Like, everybody got their type. Everybody got that. You know what I'm saying? The thing they just be like, ooh, man, this and that mug. Be like, ooh, you be drooling at the mouth by that thing. You're like, ain't that girl fine, boy? Then you realize it ain't what you thought it was, big dog. It's just for a good time, not a long time. That's when you realize that childhood trauma is definitely something worth healing, yes. A lot of times, we make a lot of decisions off of our childhood trauma. I wouldn't even realize that because that childhood inside that little child, that little boy, that little girl inside us is not healed. Yes, your ego has to go with social constructs, yes. The social constructs are what you feel like or what you've been taught that, oh, this is what you supposed to, this is the standard of who's supposed to look like on your arm or what they supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, that junk be so crazy though. Oh, what up, T? I ain't see my cousin tap in. Hey, man, y'all holler at my folk. Let me take a pause in this record. Man, y'all holler at my folk, man. Robinson Paint, best in the state, best in the city. I'm putting them against every paint company in the world. Picasso is in his place, bro, on everything. Let's go. Man, listen. My boy's so skilled, he can paint goddamn on popsicle sticks and look like a Picasso. I ain't lying. My boy, he got the skill. Man, listen. My cousin, he do painting. He got pressure washing company. He doing that. I mean, y'all holler Robinson Painting Company. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check on my page. You know what I'm saying? He on my page. Y'all follow me. Y'all need somebody to pressure wash your deck, paint your deck, man. That's the guy. He gonna make sure y'all straight. He gonna give you quality every freaking time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give my guy a round of applause, give my cuz a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's my big cuz. You know what I'm saying? Love you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. Oh, yeah. And then my guy, he the truth at pool. I put the house up against anybody on the sticks. I promise you. I put my guy on the table against anybody. Anybody get on the table, I'm taking my guy to you every time. On everything. Let's go. But, yeah. Yeah, man. You really have to understand, like, why you went through what you went through as a child. Understand how did it affect you in the present. Then it affects you when you get older, when you're growing. And then you realize that, hey, I don't need to look at it like that. And you learn different perspectives. That's why you can't be closed-minded. You must be open-minded. So let go of what was and accept what is. And guys, you got to elevate. You got to pour into yourself. Love yourself first. Love yourself. If you can't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? If you can't love yourself, how can you love God? Love you too, cuzzo. Oh, yeah. All day, every day, baby. Oh, yeah. Robinson Payne. Oh, yeah. Wash Wizards. Oh, yeah. Y'all check out my cousin. Robinson Payne and Wash Wizards. Hey, check the links. Click on this page in the chat right now. Go on, add him. Go on, add my cousin. We running it up. We trying to get this bread over here, baby. We ain't gossiping. We ain't gossiping, baby. We trying to gossip about this bread. Yeah. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. But yeah, you definitely have to understand, like, you know, things in your childhood that you don't think is really that bad. It didn't really affect you, but it affects you as you're growing and you realize, dang, I missed out on that. But it's never too late, guys. Don't ever feel like it's too late for you to correct things that you're wrong about. Even if you're engaging in something you ain't got no business engaging in, y'all know it's okay to change your mind, right? Y'all can be like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. You can do that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Because you can always change your mind and choose you first. Just being real. When you one with God, You one with him. He breathes his breath in you. You walk thought to thought with God. When you understand and break out all these religious constructs of what they feel, how you got to serve God like this, or you got to do this to experience God, or you got to go over here. No, everybody experience God differently. You don't have to go to church to experience God. You don't. That's the biggest lie in the world. You do not have to experience God in church. You can experience God outside the church, anywhere. Because Jesus didn't go to church every Sunday. So who said we had to go to church every Sunday? But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. On God. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Yeah. You really have to walk in your purpose. Like, you gotta really understand, like, even Jesus didn't stay around his folks, his kinsmen that he was raised around. He said that you'll never find favor amongst your kinsmen. You have to go outside. That's why you see why people see a stranger will support you before your own family will. Like, that's real. Now, that's not to all family members, because you got some families that do support. But you got some that just don't. And some friends that just don't. They just look. They don't like. They don't share. They don't subscribe. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being 100 about it. But that's what I'm saying, though. You got to be open-minded. You can't be scared to meet anybody new, because you never know how one conversation, when you stop to get you a donut at Dunkin' Donuts, have a conversation with a guy when y'all waiting to get a donut, and have a meaningful, deep conversation, come to find out, he the president of Alabama Power, you trying to get a job. Now you sitting in the VP desk next to him. Everybody mad. See what I'm talking about? Just the fact of the matter, you just living in the moment and having that small conversation. God gets you in places that money and connections and it ain't what you know, is who you know, all of that. God gets you places that can't else get you. That money can't get you to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to realize that, man. Everybody you interact with, my mom always told me, you're going to meet somebody to the day you die. Don't be so caught up on, oh, no new friends. I'm not trying to meet nobody, no, because the people that's new, the ones who going to support you, people that's better than the people that's old. Just being real about it, for real. You better meet them, and you had a small conversation with them. You might did something like, hey, your gas cap open. Just something small like that you even took the initiative to take your time out of your day to do that. And somebody will bless you. I'm telling you, man, God put people in your life for a reason. You cannot walk into a season, your new season in 2025, and reach all the blessings and the goals you're trying to reach without a team. God had disciples. Jesus had disciples. Jesus had his core inside his disciples. That's another episode coming up, the importance of community. Make sure y'all tap in with that. You know what I'm saying? That one gonna be deep right there, for real, though. But yeah, yes, reach the high version of yourself, man. A lot of these things and rules and regulations, they've been put in place in life when it comes to growth and learning and understanding who you are. You don't have to find yourself, because God already put everything in you. You just have to remember, because you've been lulled to sleep since birth. They gave you a different name. They gave you a social security number. They gave you what they said you was going to be in life. They try to tell you how to live your life, or what you need to do, or this is considered success. This is not considered success. Y'all remember when they was having those conversations where they said, oh, if you don't graduate college, you ain't shit? I mean, this is what they were saying. They ain't saying it literally verbatim, but that's how people treated you. But you realize in life that, shoot, it's more successful people and more intelligent people that never even went to college. You know what I'm saying? There's just a diversity. Everybody's not meant to be a doctor. Some people might be meant to be a truck driver. Some people might be meant to pick up trash. Some people might be able to pick up, you know what I'm saying, be a daycare owner, might be able to raise kids. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might be a janitor. They might be ordained to clean bathrooms. So I ain't trying to be funny, though. I'm just saying. Just being real. Like, you look at it. Like, it's so many different jobs in the world. Construction workers. Like, I work at an auto manufacturing plant. Stuff like that. You know? All of that stuff plays in the effect, and all of that stuff counts. Like, everybody has their own path. So, just because I work at an industrial organization, when I'm going to look down at somebody who clean bathrooms, they might own their own cleaning company. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't look down on nobody. You need to speak to the CEO of the company. Same when you speak to the janitor that's cleaning the bathroom. Hey, how you doing? God bless you. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I think this is episode 29. Is it 29? I think it is. I think it's 29, y'all. I'm finna tap these notes and see. Yeah. Yeah, this episode 29, man. One short of 30, big dog. Yeah. Been doing this since January 11th, y'all. It's been a blessing since God didn't put me on this path. Like, I've grown so much. Mainly infrastructure, just understanding the true meanings of life and understanding the things that we should focus on, the things we shouldn't focus on, because everything is fake, everything is a simulation. You know what I'm saying? Smokes and mirrors. Step back from the smokes and mirrors, man. You got to look at the whole panoramic view of things. I always say that. Don't get too close. Don't get too comfortable. Ain't that what Future said? Don't get too goddamn comfortable. Please don't. Please don't. Stay focused. Stay locked in, man. Stay focused, stay locked in, man. Don't get too high on the situation. Don't get too low. Just keep it mellow. Stay in the middle. My pops, he always said, you be like a duck in the rain. And I didn't understand that. Duck in the rain? He was like, what happened when it started raining? What the duck do? I said, I don't know. Keep on swimming. He was like, yeah, the duck is the only animal that don't run from the rain. Because the rain hits his back and roll off. He said, be like a duck in the rain, Jew. Hit the water off your back. Never let them see you sweat. You know what I'm saying? Never let them see you sweat. Be like a duck in the rain. And you have to be like that. You don't have time to just grieve and just focus on this one thing. You got to take it a little bit at a time and keep going. Got to keep pushing. Got to keep that momentum going. Keep going. But I appreciate y'all support and some love. You know what I'm saying? Since I started this Facebook page, y'all know Julius Parker III. My other professional Facebook page is Jules Word. IG, of course, you got Jew_Caesar. My backup is eccentric.sauce. You know what I'm saying? My TikTok, Jew_Caesar. TikTok be going up. I got a lot of stuff on TikTok. Y'all holler at my YouTube too, Julius Parker III. Jules Word is my handle. Y'all subscribe, like, share, follow. Like, come on, let's get it, baby. Y'all send stars up here too in the cone. Don't be scared to send those stars. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all love, y'all support. Episode 30 gonna be coming up next. So I don't know what topic I'm gonna make it, but we gonna chop it up, and we gonna put in motion on what I'm gonna make the topic. So y'all just look out for content coming. I got my reels I've been uploading. It's just been a whole movement. You know what I'm saying? It's for me being better, and whoever tuning in, I hope I've been a blessing to you by dropping gems to provoke you to change and point to yourself and look at your ugliness in the mirror to be a better version of yourself. Because if we not focusing on ourselves and our kids and leave a generation of wealth, we're gonna be left behind. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna be left behind, because this world, it ain't gonna get no better. So we all need to stop praying for things to get better, because it's not. It's already ordained to get worse. So y'all need to open your eyes, pay attention. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get lost in the sauce. Create your own wave. Be you. Don't be scared to be you. If don't nobody fuck with it, then don't nobody fuck with it. It's okay. Don't even worry about it. You don't need everybody to validate you. You don't have to be validated by anybody. God already validated you when you first came in your mama's womb. You know what I'm saying? You already validated. So you don't have to find out who you are. You have to remember who you are. Remember. You seen it on, y'all seen Lion King. Remember. Y'all remember what he was saying in John? Then Rafiki came in on top of something. What was that? But yeah, y'all gotta remember who y'all are, man. Like that's the whole goal, man. You never, like, when you finally understand who you are, be the last day you take your breath and you didn't went back to God or whatever. But I always seek to be better the day before. Put in the work. Like, do the shadow work. Read something that's gonna change your mindset. Like, for example, The Way of Superior Man. I read that book. 48 Laws of Peace. I read that book. It's another book I read. I started reading 48 Laws of Power. I got The Art of War. Like, those books, I'm going to get to those sooner or later, but I've been really just on high vibrational reading and stuff. So, hey, all the fellas out there, even the ones in the back, bro, hey, Way of a Superior Man, it's a must read for every man in the world. Every man need to read that book. Wake you up, recognize your power, recognize who God made you to be, stand up in your authority, do what you got to do, hold it down by yourself, you and God. Let's go. Let's go. That's right. But yeah, I appreciate the love, man. That's all I got, man. Y'all have a blessed night. Hope y'all had a great Labor Day. Enjoy your family and friends. Live in the moment. Peace. Y'all have a blessed week. I'm going to holler at y'all next week. Y'all check out my content. Deuce.